Liberty Nation. Truth is making a comeback.
At what point do a nation's people awake and realize that the tyrannical police state they feared had already arrived? For the lost souls of Europe, perhaps that day has come. Brutal police beating citizens with impunity, democratic decisions betrayed, and a population in fear of speaking or acting against the state-approved line. The jackboot of fascism is on the throat, and woe betide any who speak out. Welcome to life in the European Union. You will pay us what we demand, you will not speak out against us, and you will hand your sovereignty to us without question. I'm Mark Angelides for LibertyNation.com. Welcome. There is much talk of police violence and brutality on both sides of the Atlantic, and when it occurs it should be, and often is, called out. But what of brutality that is condoned by the state? In Paris now, spreading to more cities across France, you have the yellow vests, rioting, marching and protesting at fuel tax being imposed by the government. The role of the police here should be to maintain order, make arrests when crimes are committed, and ensure public safety. Why then are police brutally beating citizens in the street? If this man has committed a crime, arrest him. Vicious assault is part of the course for tyrannical regimes who look down on the people as pawns in their game of power. But what can we expect from President Macron, whose own bodyguard and confidant decided to put on a police uniform and savagely beat protesters for a bit of fun? And what of Spain, when the autonomous Catalan government decided to hold an independence referendum, which was in no way legally binding political act, more of a stunt to show there was support for separation, the Spanish government sent in the shock troops to beat, shame and assault those who wanted their voices heard. No, you mustn't express your political views in any way that is deemed unacceptable by the fascist state. Protests can only take place that are ineffective. Violence is not the only hallmark of a disgraceful political system. There is also lawfare, the use of laws by a nation against its citizens to benefit the state. Now, unlike the United States, Britain does not have real freedom of speech, nor do other countries in Europe. We hear a lot about it, but the reality is that you can be fined, arrested, prosecuted, jailed, and have your rights violated for simply giving your opinion. In Austria, a woman known only as Mrs. S was fined for suggesting during a talk on Islam that having sexual relations with a child was pedophilia. Apparently this was too much for the state to put up with. She appealed to the highest court available, in this case the European Union Court, who agreed with the charges against her. A British candidate for the European Parliament was arrested after quoting passages from a book written by the wartime Prime Minister Winston Churchill. The content was deemed so offensive that he was initially asked to move on and stop speaking by the police. Very poor show when candidates running for election are not allowed to speak to the public, I might add. And then arrested. He was released later without charge. But how many people are impacted by the arrest? How many of us will choose to close our mouths for fear of arrest or imprisonment? Unless you are a good European, a follower of arbitrary laws and codes, you're in danger. Not just of having your right to think freely, to express yourself openly removed, but also of actual imprisonment, risking poverty and hardship for your family. And this is how they win. The leaders of Europe want us to fear. They want us to police ourselves as bleating, nervous sheep. It is only through courage and determination that we can again become a free people. I'm Mark Angelides. You're watching LibertyNation.com. Thanks for watching.
Visit us at LibertyNation.com.